Hey, welcome to this episode of the EVERBLACK podcast, and on this show we have Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation, who will be heading down under this week with Revocation. And if this isn't the most anticipated brutal tour of the year, then I don't know what is. Tickets have been selling like crazy for this thing, with the show in Adelaide already sold out, Brisbane sold out, then the venue got upgraded and about to sell out again, and the rest are very, very close to it as well. It's just insane. Cattle Decapitation just keep getting bigger and bigger with every album, and it's so good for metal to have a band like that just kicking down doors and changing the game, and that's the same with Revocation too. Both incredible bands who have been doing it a very long time, but keep pushing their own sound and making heavy music interesting. I love both these guys. And I'm really looking forward to this show. I think it's my most anticipated. I've been talking about it for a very long time. I also really like talking to Travis too. He's someone who's serious about what he does, but at the same time doesn't take himself too seriously. He's up for a laugh, really engaging, and one of the best metal vocalists on the planet, that's for sure. He also mentioned in the interview that they are now doing a special VIP upgrade and a special edition shirt in support of the Cobargo Wildlife Sanctuary, who were sadly affected by the recent bushfires down here in Australia. I'll post the links with the article and the video stream, but that's pretty awesome that they are doing that. I mean, metal gets a bad rap, but most of the time it is filled with good, kind, hearted, caring people like the Cattle Decapitation boys, and that's what it's about, you know. It's what music is about. Looking after each other, looking after your metal brothers, and those that aren't, you know. It's about and helping each other. So a big thank you to those boys and Destroy All Lines. Total legends. It's really, really cool. All right, the tour kicks off on Thursday, February 13, and that's at the Brightside in Brisbane. Final tickets are on sale now to that one. Friday, February 14 at the Factory Theatre in Sydney. That one's selling quite quickly as well. Saturday, February 15th at Cambridge Hotel in Newcastle. Sunday, February 16th at the Basement in Canberra. Wednesday, February 19 at Max Watts in Melbourne. Thursday, February 20 at the Pelly Bar in Frankston. And then Adelaide is sold out, and then they've got the Amplifier Bar on Saturday, February 22nd in Perth. Get your tickets now from destroyallines.com. It's gonna sell out, guys, so you've only got a little bit of time left, and the VIPs as well, which is awesome value. I mean, you get to hang out with the band and watch their sound check and get some stuff signed, and but you need to have your ticket beforehand. So it is on top of that. Just keep that in mind. But what an opportunity, and it goes to the Cobargo Wildlife Sanctuary, which is awesome. All right, before we go into this episode, I need to give a shout out to our good friends at Blacklight Art and Design, who are our go-to for all our screen printing needs. They do shirts, hats, patches, you name it. If you can wear it, they can print it. www.blacklightad.com.au. Show is also brought to you by our good friends at RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz when it comes to stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and all other promo you need for your band or business. Go check them out at www.rwpromotion.com.au. Also want to give a shout out to the awesome folks at the occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have been doing awesome things of late, and their designs, the new ones that they've just released, are incredible. They got shirts, hats, dresses, tops, you name it. It's unreal. And if you like things on the brutal, darker side, you know, skulls and all that fun stuff, this one is for you, and that is the brainchild of Matt from Dark Cell. I like my Death Dealer shirt a lot, and I know there is a long sleeve of that coming soon, so I'll have to get myself one of those for winter. All right, don't forget to subscribe to the EVERBLACK podcast through iTunes Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, YouTube, and Facebook, and check out all our reviews and articles at www.everblackmedia.com. Like us on all the socials, and help us spread the word, because we appreciate that, guys. All right, here is my chat with Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation. Get your tickets now to probably the most brutal tour of the year. Horns high, enjoy.
It's been a while since we've had you on the show, but it's great to talk to you again, dude. Thanks for taking the time.
Well, thank you. Is this going to be recorded, like my voice or whatever?
Yeah. For
okay, so I need to put on my my metal dude voice. I guess this will do. A little kind of sissy voice, unfortunately. My natural talking voice.
You don't?
I'm a tenor.
Yeah, but it's not. I've heard worse. It's not bad.
All right. I hate hearing my voice on anything, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone does. Like, I have to edit these, and I hear my own voice and the bogan twang in my voice, and I just go, shit. I hate it so much.
That's funny.
I roll with it. Yeah. Well, man, the one damn gig I've been crossing off on my calendar is the Cattle Decapitation and Revocation show in Brisbane. And, man, this tour is fucking crazy for us down here. You know, and venues are getting upgraded. People are losing their minds.
Oh, good.
Every time you guys keep coming back, you're just getting bigger. Well, it's insane.
I don't know. Well, I know why, but since we started, we've only been there twice, and it's like the last two records. So, you know, last 5 or 6 years started coming there. And for some reason, it was like on Monolith and the last record, we didn't come there until like 2 years after the fucking thing was done. And it's like we're already like starting to close up shop for that album cycle and going into writing another one. So this time we said, look, out of anybody in the entire world, the places we need to hit first, Australia and Japan. Make that shit happen so we're not waiting like right off the bat, so we can maybe go there twice for this record instead of once 2 years after the fucking thing's already out. You know what I mean? And it's all said and done. So we made a point to be sure to come to Australia specifically right after the record came out. So this was the first time we were able to do it. So I'm fucking stoked. I love it there. We love coming there. It's a challenge to make it work, you know, but at least we have a decent crowd there, and it'll be cool.
Oh, people love it here, man. It's awesome. And I mean, but it just in general for you guys, especially, you know, with Death Atlas, it seems like it's really ramping up for you guys. Even like, you know, Eric Rowan repping you guys on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Like the shit. Holy shit, dude. That's massive.
Yeah. It's funny.
I mean,
well, I think a buddy of mine knows him or something like that and got him the shirt, but always surprised to see something like that, you know.
It's damn cool. Man, you're bringing your buddies Revocation over here for the tour as well, and they're one of my favourite live bands as well. So what a team up, man. How's it been touring with those guys in the past?
Oh, yeah, we've done a couple with them now, two or three, something like that, and hung out with them when we were out in Europe recently. Awesome dudes. You know, it's one of the bands where it's just everybody gets along, and then when they're offered up, it's like, yep, definitely get them, you know, kind of thing. There's some bands where it's just like, yep, let's do it. You know, King Parrot's one of them. They're just fucking great guys, fun dudes. People give a shit. So, I don't know. Touring with cool people means a hell of a lot once you've toured with assholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sucks. There's nothing worse than being on a tour and having some sort of bullshit drama or something go on, you know?
And man, I'm sure you've seen plenty of it over the years. So now I guess you're at that point now where you're just like, no, not dealing with the shit.
Yeah.
Which is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus we're finally being able to headline shit and not have to take anyone's shit anyway. So that's good.
Yeah, it is, man. And especially, you know, as I was saying, man, like there's something insanely special about this album too. I don't know if you're seeing it, but there's a bit of a shift in death metal happening like right now. And, you know, more bands aren't afraid to add more elements and step out of their comfort zones. You know, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, for me, it's just like how long am I supposed to just do the and you know?
Yeah.
Like, fucking, I personally just starting to get bored. I'm 45 years old. I kind of started touring, I feel a little late. You know, my late 20s, I think, is when I really started. Or late 20s. Yeah, something like that. Part of it was just keeping it fresh, trying to switch things up. It was also a slow evolution. I mean, you could start hearing things starting to creep in on Karma Bloody Karma, where trying to integrate melodies or just certain, you know, I don't know what you'd call it, like special type vocals. I don't know, something outside the box. It really didn't come to fruition until like Monolith of Inhumanity. And I think it's really because of switching a producer to a guy. I told him my complaints or, you know, what I'm trying to do, and he was able to make it happen. And that's the most important part. and a big key in why things changed. We have a solid team now, and we have a solid sound guy, tour manager, and everything, and things are working a lot smoother than they ever have, and everybody's getting along better than we've ever have. Just everything's fucking awesome right now. I don't know what else to say. It's fucking killer.
Yeah, man, you can tell. You can totally tell. And I mean, especially, in regards to, your style. I mean, there's a lot of ambient symphonic stuff, and, you could experiment with those sounds and even translate them to even like acoustic or symphonic stuff. Have you ever experimented or fucked around with your sound, behind the scenes?
Nah, we're not very improvisational, I guess you could say. We practice. I think, I don't know. I feel like that's how death metal has become over the years, or metal, modern metal especially. I have seen people do it online with like piano covers or acoustic covers. Some guy did. If the last record, songs off the last record, like if it was a actual acoustic song with the dude singing like normal. It's funny. It was really eye opening because to see, especially to see somebody else take it out and put it in that context. It was just like, holy shit, huh? I didn't really think of that. Like, this could actually make a real, beautiful contemporary, adult contemporary song or some shit, whatever you call it. And we've done stuff where we've done the opposite, where we took like a folk song and tried making it metal, and it just sounded like punk. So we ditched that. I'm not going to even explain what that was, but
but you can hear it, man, with the melodies and stuff like it. If anything, it proves that, the normal people out there, or the people I talk to, they're like, all they hear is just noise.
Oh yeah, and we also don't. We don't just listen to death metal. Like we're all into all sorts of other shit. And the last few records, it's finally just started, I think, maybe peeking in a little bit into our stuff. And it's never really been like, we're gonna start doing this. It's just been this slow progression. Nobody ever stopped and said, let's switch to this. I do remember being like, I want to do more. Like, I want to experiment with these overtones. I kept hearing overtones when I do screams on stage and on tours and stuff. I would hear like overtones that like almost seems like it would match notes and stuff like that. So I was just like, what if I actually did that? What if I actually made screams turn into melodies? And same with the lows, even like the low guttural stuff. What if I, actually hit notes with those? And started doing that a while back, but really making it pop through didn't really start happening until Harvest Floor, Karma Bloody, or Harvest Floor and Monolith, really.
But you know what, man? Like, that stuff, as a vocalist myself, like, that stuff is insanely hard to do. I know you've been doing it for a really long time, but you've got so many dimensions in your voice that not everyone can do that. It's really bullshit hard. And I think you are probably one of the best metal vocalists out there. You give yourself so much credit, man. Like, it's insanely hard.
Thanks. So man. I think one misconception people have is that you have to belt it out like crazy. And that's where people get frustrated, because they go to do that and it's just like, fuck, I can't keep up. I don't have the stamina. How do you do it? Well, I do it via a fucking technique I started when I was 15. And it's really just the Melissa Cross, vocal fry techniques. I figured that out at I don't know, 16, 17 years old, and never stopped. Started doing it with screams and the low stuff. It's and a lot of it is just fucking amplification too. You don't need to blow your fucking voice out going nuts. It really comes down to you got to have for longevity. I mean, be able to do 4.5 months tours like we've done, you got to have some sort of technique that allows you to hang in there, physically, because it's fucking demanding. If you're just belting out from your lungs, just yelling, it's a great way to lose your voice. And I've toured with dudes that are like, I don't know how you do it. I lost my voice. And then the band has to take a day off. It's just like, it's because you're doing it wrong. Right? Or if you're doing it like this, then you're not cut out for the road. And that's just how it is. A lot of people don't realize that until they're in the middle of it. then there's people that like, fuck, I guess Corpse Grinder, shit, that guy is obviously built to do that. You know, he can get away with it. If you're this gigantic refrigerator of a person, like fucking CJ from Die Hard is Murder. Excellent example. The guy's got this massive fucking chest. He's got just space in there, you know, for a sound to originate. And, you know, fuck, I'm this tiny little guy. So I had to come up with this, you know, I had to come up with a fucking technique for me to sound at all anything like our death metal predecessors, you know, the stuff we grew up listening to. And fuck, man, I'll ramble if you let me.
No, dude. Like, I love hearing you talk about it, man. I love hearing you talk about it. But one thing I did want to ask you about, there's all these memes going around at the moment. As you probably, you know, gather, there's been a few sickness things around, plagues and coronaviruses and things like that. But I keep seeing these memes pop up, and it's like, to do with Death Atlas, and then it's got Jeff Goldblum. Have you seen that? It's the best.
Yeah, the funny part about that is that scene has the entire time we recorded Death Atlas. There's this fucking laugh that Jeff Goldblum does in that scene. Have you ever seen that?
Yes. Yeah.
Where they like loop it and shit and make funny beats and shit out of it and stuff. That was like Dave and Bell and everybody, the entire fucking time we recorded Death Atlas, they just kept doing that over and over again. And then the next thing you know, like we released fucking Bring Back the Plague or whatever, and people are using a meme that's from that scene, and we were just like, whoa, what the fuck? It's so weird how shit ties together. The last record, you know, the Anthropocene extinction, we put that out. 2 weeks later, the word Anthropocene is trending, and a lot of images and stuff related to like where we got the concept of the cover, the albatrosses in the Atoll Islands, the Midway Islands and stuff, showing up, washing up on a shore filled with plastic, and as they rot, the fucking plastic pieces are, you know, left behind, sitting in a bunch of bones and feathers. And a lot of those images started popping up. So people are just like, wow, you guys are fucking prophets. And I'm sitting here just like, this timing, bro. That, and we relate ourselves to current events. We've always, like with merch designs and lyrics, whatever, the concepts, whatever, I always try to keep it relevant, you know, to today. Whereas some people talk about, you know, fucking the Dark Ages or whatever. You know, I just like to, I think reality and current, you know, our current reality is far more interesting to me than stuff people make up, to be honest.
I agree. And it's kind of scary at the same time. It's kind of like, reminds me of The Simpsons. You know, The Simpsons sort of predicted a whole bunch of stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
In some weird way. It's sort of like, it's fucking crazy, man. But do you guys have any ideas for like a follow-up to Death Atlas? Like a concept, like a sequel or something?
Absolutely. I obviously am not going to talk about it. But
come on, man.
I got like 2 fucking years to start writing it. I was just telling the last guy that, like, you know, I already have, you know, what we're gonna do for the next one. Which he was asking me, like, how to, you know, come up with Death Atlas or whatever. I tend to come up with whatever the next record's gonna be during the record before it. And there's actually, like, I like to have like little Easter eggs, little things in the lyrics and on the imagery or whatever that kind of like tie the record back to the record before it. Been doing that for last 5 albums or something like that. But yeah, I have it all. Everybody said, how are they gonna, what comes after the Anthropocene extinction? Like, everybody's dead, you know? Well, we did that, and now I have pretty much a solid idea for the next one and how it's gonna go. And I actually am kind of excited to write it, but literally I'm not going to even put my fucking pen to paper for another 2 years probably.
Okay.
And we got a long ways to go.
Oh, it's just the one thing, you know, it's sort of like it's like when you read a good book and then you want to find out what happens next. So it's exciting, man, which is good because people are loving what you're doing. So, you know, shit, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm fucking happy. It could have gone, you know, the other way, and probably wouldn't be talking right now, but luckily people are into it. I know we've somewhat split the fan base on this one, but it seems like its majority is being well received. So I'm pretty stoked on that. You know, we're just doing what we want. So to have anybody give a shit is pretty awesome. You know.
Well, we definitely do, man, and we love what you're doing, and we definitely can't wait to see you guys on tour. It's coming up real quick, dude. So that kicks off on Thursday, February 13th at the Brightside in Brisbane. Tickets are selling like crazy for that too. That was the one that got upgraded, and I'm going to be at that one. Can't fucking wait. Thanks for taking the time to hang on the show, man, and we'll see you for some beers real soon.
Yeah, I would like to say one thing. I'm trying to get this into every interview. We're doing a fundraiser for the Cobargo Wildlife Sanctuary, one of those many sanctuaries, obviously, that got just destroyed recently by the fires. Husband and wife team lost everything. So we're going to be announcing, I believe next week, we're going to be announcing VIP meet and greet kind of ticket upgrades to where you could upgrade your pre-existing ticket and come see the sound check and hang out with us after the sound check for a bit. And we're going to be donating 100% of the profit of that to Cobargo, as well as to we're doing a T-shirt through Make Merchandise in Australia and the same T-shirt through Indie Merch in the States. Wanted to do one on Australian soil so that you guys didn't get hit with shipping, you know, because I know that's a big consideration with fans, because you guys are a big island out in the middle of nowhere. You know what I mean? You got to it costs a lot to have shit shipped there. So we're working with Make Merchandise on that, and they've got a really cool, really nice, awesome design that is only going to be available for this one time, and then for about a month, and then we will be donating 100% of the profits from that to Cobargo as well. So we just felt weird about coming over to have a good time and play fucking extreme metal, talking about the end of the world, and not do something. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't really sit with us right. We managed to scrape this all together at the last minute, and we really can't wait to see everybody. We love playing Australia, and we hope that everybody can come out and take their minds off things for a while and see what happens.
It's appreciated, dude. You guys are legends. That is awesome. Thank you so much for putting that together, dude. That's mad. That's awesome.
It was I mean, you guys know more than we do. We're on the road and seeing this shit happen. You just feel helpless. It just sucks. It's depressing.
But hey, man, like, you guys are going to come down here, and it definitely does, you know, things like that. Bit of positivity with, you know, all getting together and with some metal. And dude, thanks again for hanging, man. I'll see you next week.
Man. All right. See you soon.